Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Into the Breach. Let's be honest, this run is a garbage fire. And yet here we are going for the 4th island. Oh man. Okay, so I'll tell you a couple things here. Defend the robot seems tough, but I'd love this reactor power. Break 5 buildings out of the ice seems insanely simple when we have a mech that shoots a whip that will break them out of the ice in like one hit. You guys have way too much HP to be reasonable. Please get close to each other so I can slay you. Now, you actually have a gun now, so I actually don't dislike the idea of starting you further away, but I'll put you close enough to maybe hit anything on this row, and then you only get 3 shots. You should be able to hit anything. If I put you here, 1, 2, 3, you could hit here. If I put you here, 1, 2, 3, you could hit here. Okay, so I think you move 1 tile up. It would be very impressive for me, like, to me, if I could, bail this run out of complete disaster. If we win, I would be over the moon. You wouldn't even understand how much that would mean to me. And I don't really even care at all if it's a good win. Now, we got some interesting plays here. I gotta level with you. I kind of right off the bat. You're a problem. Like, I don't like the situation you've put yourself in. Because you can't do anything. Like, you gotta know where to shoot a rock. You can shoot a rock here. Oh, amazing. Actually, that does open up a double kill. What would our tank do in that situation? Come over and bump this guy so he shoots a mountain instead? You could take a shot at this guy. It would only... It's not great. If you move here, it won't kill him. It will kill him. Oh my god. Have we discovered the riddle? The riddle of the Sphinx? You? Here? Honestly, we don't even have to get into a bad position. We can stand here so we're able to get a nice combo going next time. 2 kills. Tank Lord. Knock him out. We're gonna have a spider, 2 new enemies, and this guy's still around. But he's breaking these buildings out of the ice, which is actually something we need to have happen. And hopefully next turn, because there's no spider, we'll actually be able to move with our rock thrower, because he's kind of like our best damage dealer. Now, you're a shell scion. It's extremely annoying. There's 2 easy hits there, though. If we play our cards right, it might be more than 2 easy hits. You know what I mean? You guys want some cookies? Because if I shoot you here, sure, you're going to do 1 damage to me. Who cares? Then we can kill the scion and do a bunch of damage to you. And you're gonna break this thing out of the ice, which is like an extremely who cares moment. Okay. I know I'm doing something right in Into the Breach, by the way. The Steel Judoka episodes are going up, and somebody sent me a tweet that said, you're actually so much better Into the Breach. I thought you were trash, and then I bought it, and it turns out you're amazing. It's the first positive comment I've gotten about my skills in a video game since the year 2013. So something's turning up. 1 million people can be wrong. All it takes is the kind words of 1 person. What if you go here? Let's try something different. You shoot here. Boom. Tank? Tank can't get here. Oh, but I can still... Ooh. So let me put it simply. The spider is easy to kill. We could block a spawn and use you as a conduit for whips. Shoot a rock here. You're going to break something out of the ice. I kind of like this turn. So it would be shoot him, do... It's going to block... Do you do 4 damage now? It's supposed to do 3 damage. Okay, whip first. I don't think... Functionally, I don't think it makes a difference, but... Kill this guy. And they're going to break 2 more buildings out of the ice. Now, for you, you're in an interesting situation. Rather than do 1 damage, though, I think it's probably more in your best interest to repair. Because all of our other attacks will kill you anyway. You broke a building out of the ice. He broke a building out of the ice. Really, it's a testament to the game design of Into the Breach that despite things being pretty bad for us right now, we really, if we ace this final island, we're probably going to be okay. Now, how much HP do you have? 5. That's way too much. That's a nightmare. Are you kidding me? Dude, Spider, please continue to break a building out of the ice. Okay, I see a line. Probably something along the lines of... like this. This gives you a kill. You can shoot something onto the spawn. But he's gonna break it. Maybe it's better if you come here and, like, hit this guy. Because you're not doing anything. I don't know what you're gonna do. How much damage do you do? 3 damage? That's a lot, man. Kind of thinking I might just walk over there and whip you so I can take you out the turn after. But let's undo for a minute here, okay? Don't be too stupid. This guy doesn't need to die. If we could set up... oh, what if you set up a whip instead? It's like almost justifiable. And you could block the spawn at the back. So you go here. We let this guy break him out. You go here. It's not necessarily any better. Or any better. It doesn't matter who gets the kill, does it? Looks cooler. Well, first off. Yeah, it does block the spawn. What are you just gonna whip? Just gonna whip one? Whip 2, I guess? Sure. It's cooler. So it'd be like this. Shoot. Whip. Yeah, that's not really what we're looking for. Ah! I don't like that we get a little bit of damage there. We're also, like, boxed in really badly, but... well, no, we're not, because using our mech, sure, it did 1 damage to us, but it destroyed a billion-year-old mountain, so even better. I didn't even realize I had friendly fire set up there, so that's obviously something we're going to look for. He's going to complete our objective for us, which is a dream come true. You are, like, among the most annoying things on planet Earth, so can I take care of you? We are at risk of taking damage here, but only through this guy right here. So, honestly, if we can just push him a tile, we're happy. Or, yeah, even just, like... well, that doesn't work, unfortunately, but even just putting a single block up in his way does the trick. We could murder him. I kind of like that idea more. You're not doing anything too important. Yeah, okay, you know what? Pretty good first mission. Get that corporate rep that we'll need in order to make ourselves reasonably strong and have a chance to make this mission work for us long term. This campaign, I should say. That was fine. Now, we've opened up the left side a little bit. Ooh, Humanity Savior, 100,000 saved. 100,000 people voted my way now. I love grid damage. Avoiding grid damage is usually not too difficult. We're 100% going to free these robots, by the way. You have 7 move on turn 1, so definitely the tank and the rock thrower are much more valuable when it comes to positioning. Just don't freeze me in place, please. Pun intended. Oh, this is like a whip and a half right here. We can still whip. And you best believe I know how to nay-nay. So I think we knock you into the drink. You guys become a more difficult conundrum. Yeah, because I can definitely zap you. Don't forget about the pull. I'm just trying to think if there's like a conceivable pull that is not... okay, there's nothing. We have to protect the coal plant, but does that mean we're destined to lose grid power here? Like, probably. Yeah? All because I... well, like, we only have 3 units, which is very common But, like, we've got to stop a unit with 5 HP from doing damage. Which is not plausible. Like, this tank can only deal with one problem at a time. So sure, there's some experience, which is nice. And we'd really like to protect the coal plant. So I guess we're going to lose 2 grid power to try to preserve Perfect Island. But it's a little dicey. I really don't see much in the way of better options, to be honest with you. And you either ice the spider or wound this guy. And I'll level with you. You wound this guy. Because if the spider ever finds its way into a whip radius, it's done. You knew it was going to happen. Like, we were forced to make a difficult decision there. This is the right decision, unfortunately. So the elite is dead. And we can do it in a clever way, because we can't really stand still anymore, even though we have a shield. The tank being unable to move, extremely annoying. I think I just push you onto the spawn. Not gonna kill you, but it does block a spawn. And then, this should not hit us. It also doesn't hit the spider, but... Or it doesn't hit the egg, I should say. But I'd rather kill you and take the damage. Because, like, if I push you... Oh, that building's already done. So, no harm, no foul, right? Ah, but it only does 1 damage. But it does leave us with our shield. So, it's not a guaranteed good call, but it creating acid, I think, means that it's not too bad. It's this island for, like, so many elite enemies, dude. It's crazy. We're perpetually frozen because the spider yet lives. Alright, well, it's, like, non-negotiable. This guy, pardon me, has to swing here. Knock these enemies out. You could move. Kicking this guy onto the spawn is also very good. And you just take 0 damage from the spider. But what do you do about this guy? Because it's... I mean, this spider going is probably best for us. And then we could, I guess, just block this guy? Yeah, that seems best. Because this spider is making it so our Whip Lord can never attack. So right now... By the way, the reason we're going to just take the armored hit is because we want him to die on the spawn. That should work. It may surprise you, but I sort of find myself thinking that this mission didn't go too badly. Turn 1, I don't think I had any options. In the moment. Maybe 2 islands ago we could have bought a weapon that would have helped us there. And that's fine. If you want to harp on those mistakes, it is worth harping on. You know, it's the kind of thing you'd like to fix. However, all I'm going to say in my own defense is that it doesn't really help us in the moment right now. Also, I don't really want to dunk the robot because I don't know if it's necessary. We can do a very simple, like, boom, and then just move you, and then zap you. Nothing wrong with that. So yes, we lose 1 grid power net, but we do get the coal plant's power back. So it's still 1 net, I want to point that out. We lost 2 and we gained 1 back. We got a corporate rep, and we're still preserving Perfect Island, which I think is how we win relative to how we started in this situation. So, end battle with less than 4 mech damage to protect the coal plant. I think it's worth doing this again. Probably like this one, even though corporate rep is important. Getting the grid power up high enough is also relevant, so we don't have to compromise. Why are you all frozen? That scares me a great deal. So that we don't have to compromise as much on our final mission, if we make it, in theory. Okay, 2 strong units broke out. I hate you. This guy's a nightmare. I can kill you. Alright, that felt like really good. I don't know. Do we want to try to stop these enemies from coming out? There's nothing else we can shoot here. It doesn't do anything, right? Like, do we want to inconvenience ourselves? You know what? We should put this here. So in theory, at least, they're probably going to walk around the ice, but at least we have it as a conduit that we can attack later. Like, we can use it as something to conduct electricity, is what I mean. Alright. It's not that bad. This guy's the real problem. The tank's kind of hamstrung. But I am thinking, like, if I whip you, you can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can still only go here. So instead, you would go here. And then you would come here. And you would probably just put up a block. Oh! I'm just gonna level with you. I don't think it's worth the reset turn to compensate for my idiotic mistake. Are you gonna break out? Good. What I could have done is move the artillery first, like the rock thrower, and then move the tank to the artillery spot, and then it would have gotten 1 damage on the spider instead of 0. But the push, it still accomplishes what we were looking for. Just not as elegantly. This robot's got to go. And these two have got to go. In fact, I can kill them both with 1 fell swoop. Because it dumps the ice. Now, this guy's definitely got to go. So it looks like we'll be totally fine. Like, there's only 1 unit coming out on this turn. All we gotta do is hit it. It would be nice to kill it with the rock thrower. We can't get there, so instead. Alright, extremely easy mission. And you know I'm hoping that this time pod comes with a little bit of extra juice in it somewhere. How many more campaigns can Bethany save single-handedly? Reactor power. Just reactor power. That's okay. So we're never going to be able to get to that reactor core, which is a little bit of an oversight. We're never going to get extra damage on this mech. We can get extra damage on the tank. And all you can do is get extra movement, which is really good. But I think, honestly, we suffer so much from a lack of damage right now that... I don't know. I think being able to deal 3 damage with it instead of 2 is probably worth it. So protect the emergency batteries. If we get this done, I don't really... I mean, I do still care, obviously, about Perfect Island, but... This is a weird one. I do still care about Perfect Island, but I would consider it a decent success to start with. A lot of annoying enemies here right off the bat. So that's not helping anybody. So let's do the standard, like, prioritization. You're not doing anything. You're breaking that guy out of ice. As far as I'm concerned, that's a big bonus. But I could get you to kill him instead. Now, you're kind of in a weird spot. Like, you know what? I like this. Because I could knock you over here. You become part of the chain. Move you here, block a spot. Take a swing. Does a lot of damage. Also freeze this guy, which means he's going to get murdered. You're going to die to fire. Could just kill 2 of you. I think that's our best. But you only got 2 HP. Maybe instead of killing 2 of you, it's better to just kill this robot. Because it's really only killing 1 of you. And this robot could get behind enemy lines. It's probably better to kill the alpha enemy, huh? Versus a robot with 1 HP. That was an amazing first turn. We got pretty lucky. They all clustered in a way that made it extremely plausible for us to do that. So that's an easy kill. These guys are connected. That's an easy kill, whether we have to stand on the fire or not. Now, you're doing nothing. That's just a terrible situation for you. What an awful move. How embarrassing. Now, you're the interesting one. Since your movement is so bad, you really do need a reactor core. In fact, let's rethink this, because maybe the best move is actually this. Doesn't work like that. Maybe the best move is actually this. Gets 2 kills. Levels you up. You only have 3 HP, so I mean that's like the easiest thing in the world. And you, why don't you just block the spawn, put out the fire? Yeah? So we've only got 2 enemies coming out here. If we want the perfect island, we want to not take any more damage, because we've already got 3. And we're already stuffed up. So it seems unlikely. However, I could push you onto a spawn, free our tank lord. At this point, we just do like a push you off of this guy. And I got nothing against leaving an enemy with 3 HP. Like, I think that's exactly where we want to be. And I could whip you and kill you. That's a way better option. Oh, but we have to end with less than 4 mech damage. We could do it. I know we're about to take our 4th bit of damage, but we can get it back. We do have to spend one of our actions repairing. Not attacking a building. Not attacking a building. Attacking a building. So this guy's our only conundrum. And, like, literally, that just works because we have a shield. Okay. I think we're surprisingly okay. For now only, but still. And you get a promotion, more power, sorry, more move would be awesome. +1 mech reactor. That's fine because it's really +1 move as well. Right, you already have it. Okay. Alright, so we did really well on this island. We gotta kill the psion abomination and protect the corporate tower. So we'd really like everybody involved to be able to get a shot on this guy right off the bat. And in fact, I'm looking at Rock Lord and I'm like, maybe we want to be like here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can get a lot of movement there, so yeah. Just to give him more lateral movement. It doesn't need to be right up in the thick of things. Bad? Not bad. Very not bad. What are you? You're attacking a tank. That's nothing. So, three damage. I'd prefer you didn't. There's no doubt about that. But I can definitely. This guy's a problem. Like he's basically gotta go. But if we put this, how much damage do you? 2 and acid. Like if you throw a rock here, pushes the psion, which is no good. I wanted it to hit the psion. If it doesn't hit the psion, it's not worth the. It's not worth you know what it's printed on. Not necessary. Kind of think we need to put up a block with you. And then what's your psion abomination? What's your power? They get everything, right? So I kind of feel like you walk back, shoot. Whip the Christ out of them, starting with this guy. This guy will live, though. Unless when they explode on death, do they cause movement? I don't believe so. The other option would be like, shoot here. It'll do 2 damage, right? Then come through and whip them. Would you have 6? Do you have +1 HP because of the Scion? Yeah. So you have 6 HP, but you'll have 5 when the Scion dies. So if we do 2 damage to you, and then whip. No, because the Scion does not die yet. That's right. Turn 1's so important. I'm fine with the reset, honestly. In the end, if we lose 1 power, it's not that bad. It's either that or like this guy is proven sincerely annoying. What if you move the Scion in front of the bullet? Like, okay, hear me out. Tank here, shoot. 2 damage, right? 1 damage. Get behind block spawn, whip, let's kill. You'll be hurt. You'll be hurt. You shoot, you probably kill the Scion. In fact, you might just kill the, I think this works, even though you're gonna get hit. Like, this guy's gonna have a nasty turn, but I kind of like it. We want to stand here because this guy's gonna die and explode. I don't know, you do kind of look at it like... Would you rather just dust this guy, hurt you, but kill the Scion? And then I think that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, like, even though we take some damage in that turn, I think that's such a good turn. Alright, so we do have a champion spider. That's extremely annoying. We're frozen in place on our strong unit, which continues again. Like, I don't need to tell you, it's extremely annoying. If I whip you, you're gonna fall. That's no good. What I can do, I could, like, back up and use this tank to get me out of the way. You're gonna die. Oh, you're massive, though. So you'll survive the ice. And whipping yourself out is not really, like, a good idea. We're really going for broke, huh? Are you on? You're on ice. Because I was thinking, like, okay, what if I... Can you go out? You can't... Oh, okay, wait. Okay, Daddy's starting to think. If you whip, kill this, you're free. 1, 2, 3. You can at least... you can't do much. You could block him. It only kills your shield. And actually, you have 4 movement now. That's right. So I'm like, watch this. I could just bump you over a square. Oh, and you might die on the ice? No, because you don't get pushed that way. That still hits a building. I know it looks like I'm doing the same move like 20 times, but hear me out. Think you could do like... No, I want to pull myself out. That's not the right move. Well... I have to go here because I don't want to break the ice. Ooh, you fool! All that to save 1 power and you hit your own mech into the power. Oh, still, it's technically not in the eyes of the people of, you know, the Vidal building, but in my eyes, perfect island. I mean, stay still. Oh, you were a conduit for great things you didn't realize. So like you are dead. You just don't know it yet. You're not doing anything. Now, one well-placed rock saves us a lot of heartache there. So I think you start very easily. Shouldn't kill you. Knocks your spider egg in the path of the bullet. BEA beautiful. And walk back a step. You're doing nothing. Not easy, but we're closing in on like what I would describe as an ill-deserved illicit island. An ill-deserved perfect island bonus. Okay, so you don't realize how like dead you are. You're a problem unless if I move. Your attack does nothing. So that's just it's amazing right from the get-go. You're already dead. You would be dead as well. You would take a lot of damage. So that's turn 1 has to be this. Little dangerous for Bethany. She's been a very good part of the family. Would hate to see her leave due to a dumb mistake of mine. This guy's dead to fire, but... Yo. So we've managed to come back slightly from the brink of oblivion and get a perfect island just before the final mission. Means we may have a genuine shot at some kind of victory. So we don't need a pilot. I know you're like, 1 extra reset turn is really good. Flying a line. Pushing it and turning your side. Now we don't need a ramming tank. 2 grid power. That's basically 2 corporate rep that we got there. So I'm in love. What do we need to prioritize right off the bat? Health would be okay, but not amazing. 1 for you so that you could do 5 damage, 4 damage, 4 damage. You don't even need anything. So 1 reactor power is, or 1 reactor core is nice. And then, like, a better weapon wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Like, if I can get a weapon for our prime unit. Or our science unit. So a shield tank is not a bad idea. But we're throwing rocks on every turn. Like, we have something to do on every turn, so it doesn't interest me that much. Titan Fist. Punching an enemy, again, having some option for it is not bad. Mercury Fist for more damage on a single target is pretty solid. So I think we want this. Oh, but then we can't buy this and the power to use it. Okay. Same with the shield tank, though. It's true. Unless we want to sell something, which I don't think we do. So, I mean, if there's one complaint I have about the way that I play this game, I take the most boring upgrades at every opportunity, but I really think if there's one, and I don't want to call it a flaw, but if there's one, like, balance issue with Into the Breach, is that I almost never want to purchase things, and maybe that's my own idiocy, when it seems like just getting stats or upgrading our existing weapons is way more cost-effective than taking on a secondary weapon that's going to cost us so much more. So you got to take this for certain, and then extra health. You have 4, you have 5. You do start with a shield though, so I think you're probably my number 1 target. Okay, well for now, thanks for watching. We're gonna do the final mission, and if we succeed, something's gone terribly wrong. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. I'll say a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.